Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai. Please get comfortable. We will begin in a couple of minutes. And if you have a bolster or any big cushions that are feeling pretty solid, please take them because they will make the practice much easier for you. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai. Hello everyone. Welcome to this Yin Yoga class with mantra. Since I will be playing along a few different chants, some a little more on the traditional side, some a little bit more melodic, I will bring less attention to how comfortable a position should feel for you. So I want to make sure that, at least I've said it a couple of times at the very beginning, that each one of the poses that we end up getting into have to feel absolutely comfortable. So there will be a sensation of a stretch, perhaps, depending on how your body feels today and your setup, what you have going there. But please, 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 try to make sure that if, for example, when you lean forward, you are able to get your forehead all the way down to the floor, that you would only go forward something like this. So if in theory your forehead could be touching the floor, that doesn't matter. We don't need this. Please stay quite a bit further away so that you have the space to really relax and allow the mantras to bring more of a healing quality in this practice, more of a quality that allows the body to stay relaxed and open, more of a quality that allows you to be held and to simply enjoy without needing to work on how flexible you can be today. And having said all of this, I invite you to just close down the eyes, bring your right leg in front of your left at easy cross. Relax the arms and just take a few breaths just like that to ground and arrive. And if there is a specific something you want to focus on in terms of healing and opening up, if there is a specific area in your heart, in your mind or your body, then bring your breath and awareness to this physical, mental or emotional spot. Perhaps you had 10 things in mind before class and nothing is coming up now, or you had nothing and something suddenly shows up. Just trust your intuition and what comes now, if anything. Couple more breaths just here. And to begin, please put your right foot on the outside of your left thigh. Perhaps the foot is staying on the floor. Perhaps for you, one knee is on top of the other. Either would be great. And take your big cushion or bolster on your side. So you're probably going to benefit from facing the long side of your mat to have more space. Then you have this cushion and see if you were just leaning there, how close this feels. It may feel like it is close enough or not quite comfortable. If it feels a little far, then prop it up, make it come closer, perhaps with a block or an extra cushion or a blanket. And bring your elbow to rest on this side. So you're basically resting towards the side of the leg that is on top. And lean your head. You may even come to touch the edge of your shoulder, your head. And as a first option, bring the left arm up behind the head. As a second option, you could have this arm behind you, just towards the low back, or completely relax on your thigh. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's only how you feel like being stretched and opening a little bit the left body, a little bit grounding the hip on this side. Take a few breaths to find a position and settle. And I will chant you an invocation to Ganesha. Since he's representing how much ease we can have with removing obstacles, we can find that ease. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvadam Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru me Deva Sarvakaryesu sarvada Vakratunda Mahakaya Saryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru me Deva Sarvakaryesu sarvada Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru me Deva Sarvakaryesu sarvada. Allowing the breath to become steady. Allowing the mantra to enter. Stay a little longer. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru me Deva Sarvakaryesu sarvada. Take a final 2-3 breaths in the sensation of stretching the left side body and grounding the left hip. And slowly return towards the center. And do the legs so that you can come at easy cross again, this time with your left leg on top, and take a few breaths at easy cross. And slowly move your props to the other side, so that when you end up needing to lean to the left this time, that your props are already there for you. And bring the left leg, the left foot on the outer side of your right thigh. Perhaps foot is on the floor, perhaps is a little bit further back, or simply sideways. And come to rest your left elbow on the little tower you've created for it. And see how it feels, if it's close or not so close. And lean a little, letting the head follow, creating more of an openness on the right side of the body. Perhaps the head will come to rest on the shoulder, or it's hanging a little higher. And see if this variation of having it up or behind you or on the floor, whichever variation you used before serves you on this side too. If not, feel free to change. While I bring in the qualities of Sarasvati for you, the goddess of flow, of creativity, of all the beautiful things. She's like a river, strong and very creative of getting around. Just make sure that wherever you've ended up, you feel comfortable, and that the stretch is not disturbing your breath. Sarasvati namastubhyam Varade kamarupini Vidyarambam karishamim Siddhir bhavatu me sada. Sarasvati namastubhyam Varade kamarupini Vidyarambam karishamim Siddhir bhavatu me sada. Sarasvati namastubhyam Varade kamarupini Vidyarambam karishamim Siddhir bhavatu me sada. Sarasvati namastubhyam Varade kamarupini Vidyarambam karishami Siddhir bhavatu me sada. Allowing Sarasvati's flow to take all the remainings of any obstacles that were removed out of the way completely. She has her ways. while staying grounded and with a steady breath. A little bit longer. 2, 3, 5 more breaths, as many as you need to mentally prepare yourself. And to slowly return towards the center. There is a big possibility you will not need your props for the next couple of postures. Still have them close by just in case, but you can take them outside of the mat. Could be nice to put a blanket on your mat to make it a little bit warmer, to have a warmer contact with the floor. And come to lie slightly back with your knees bent, just to create a little bit of space to let them feel a little more straight, perhaps completely straight for a moment. And lie all the way back. To stretch a little the front body, just a tiny bit. To see how that long compression may have an effect as you open up to the world. And if you would like to get into another position, then bend your knees again, bringing the left foot, the left ankle on top of your right thigh, like a figure 4 position. And to then bring both the legs closer towards you. Personally, grabbing my own shin with both the hands feels quite intense. If this is you as well, then you can either keep the right leg on the floor and not pull it in much, or you can put it on a bolster to bring it up a little, or you can grab the thigh only instead of on the outside of the shin. Another variation may work, may not, is to put your foot behind the knee and then keep the knee close. See what works best. Take a little time to find this position to settle. Coming back to the breath. Triyambakam Yajamahem Sugandhim Pushtivadanam Urvarukam Iva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Triyambakam Yajamahem Sugandhim Pushtivadanam Urvarukam Iva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivadanam Urvarukam Iva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Take another couple of breaths. Release the arms, hoping that the legs will not push themselves too close to you or won't fall too far, just for a moment. And then gently lower both the legs towards your right side. Perhaps the foot that is on top will come to rest on the floor. If this position ends up being too intense, know that you can untangle the legs completely and simply put the knees on top of each other. So you can keep the figure 4 still on the side, or you can come to parallel knees. We'll stay here a little shorter. Creating a deep stretch in the glute, and if you don't feel it in the glute and you feel the twist more, or you have any other sensation, that's also great. There's no right or wrong. See if you can still feel the effects of the last mantra. It's one of these mantras that helps remove fears and represents long, healthy living. So it carries all the healing energy. And when I say removes fears, including very, very big fears, like fear of death, One of the translations I'm aware of for this mantra says that I wish to be liberated from death as easily as the cucumber comes off the stem. I find that very sweet. See if this mantra can help with your fears or your obstacles or what it is that you wish to move around today. Stay in this position for 5 more mindful breaths. Breaths that you don't change, breaths that you monitor, breaths that you watch. Just a little more. And slowly, in whichever order works best, release the legs to come to something like a Shavasana posture, like a neutral in the middle, to free the body from shapes. And when it feels appropriate, start bending your left knee, letting the right one follow to end up bringing the right ankle, the right leg on top of the left knee or thigh. And with as much space in seeing how this can serve you, start bringing the legs closer. Perhaps grabbing both the shins feels beautiful and accessible. Perhaps having the hands behind the thighs, more what you need today. Or any other variation that comes to you. You may even find that you prefer to have the foot underneath the knee. For most people, on top works a little easier. Swaham Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Taking a few more breaths in a quiet space. And slowly release the arms, bringing them on either side. And see how it may feel to lower towards your left. The top foot might end up on the floor. In a twist like before. It may be a little bit too intense for some of you. If so, please prioritize relaxation over stretch and bring both knees to a more like parallel position, so nothing is tied on something else, so that both legs have freedom to lose their shape with the freeing of the muscles. The last mantra was to awaken this sense of trust in you, this light, this knowing that deep, deep, deep inside there is a part of you that actually knows, that actually holds everything you ever need. My intention for chanting it for you was trust, to awaken that trust. I invite you to gently release this posture by straightening your legs towards the end of your mat into your Shavasana-like position. And for the very last part, I invite you to choose between two things. Know that in life, when we choose, we always lose something, and that's okay. And so I ask you to choose between remaining on your back for the next almost 5 minutes, or turning around into your crocodile position and having your bottom of your ribs on the mat and arms a little further forward, elbows down, with your forehead resting on your own arms. Which is a somewhat gentle back bend, very gentle, with the intention of whichever one you choose, creating a space where your breath and mind can rest. Relaxing all the muscles, whichever way you've ended up lying down. Samno Mitra Samvaruna Samno Bhavat Variyama Samno Indro Brahaspati Samno Vishnu Rurukrama Namo Brahmani Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksam Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksam Brahma Varishami Retam Varishami Satyam Varishami Tatmam Avatu Tatvaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shamno Vitra Shamvaruna Shamno Bhavat Variyama Shamno Indro Brahaspati Shamno Vishnu Rurukrama Namo Brahmani Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksam Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksam Brahma Varishami Retam Varishami Satyam Varishami Tanmam Avatu Tadvaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Like all peace mantras, it is chanted to calm the mind and to call in peace and oneness. So take your next couple of breaths, joining my intention for bringing this to you, for peace no matter the choices, and oneness with the experience. And from this position, in your own way, start slowly coming to sit for a moment. As this class is slowly getting to an end, perhaps keeping the eyes closed or welcoming the view you have around you, I will chant one last mantra with a harmonium to remind you that bringing gratitude towards the teacher is also important. And this time, even though there'll be a few names of teachers in this mantra, I want you to let it touch the inner teacher in you. I'll try to be as soft as I can. Guru Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. And I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world. And look forward to seeing more of you online or in real life or wherever life brings us together. Thank you so much. Om.